the webinar. I'd like to show you why should financial advisors use CRM. Um, with the CRM, it's easy to keep track of your business and clients with just a few clicks, and also using smart filtering. By visually seeing the sales pipeline, you know what business deals to focus on. Everything is in one place, from your meetings, reminders, the history of the client, and that sort of thing. You can upload any documents, photos, contracts, and it's all secure in one place. You can save all your communication with your client on the CRM as well. We're going to be together for about 45, 60 minutes. And from time to time, I will share with you my screen as I guide you around the CRM. So whilst I'm sharing with you my screen now, what you should see is the dashboard right in front of you. And with the dashboard, you can see an overview of what's going on. You can scroll up and down here. And what you can do is you can move these panels anywhere you like. So if you wanted to, you could enlarge the panel like this and also shrink it back as well. If you wanted to move the panel around as well, quite easily, just click on it here and move it like that and move it back like this. If you want to, maybe you want to add some panels as well, because maybe there's some other information which you want to see as soon as you go onto the dashboard. So as we move on here and we click on add new panel, let's say, for example, I was interested in business deals. I can click on here, open business deals. I click on add. And when I go back to the dashboard, you see it right here at the bottom. Okay, and to remove it, it's really easy as well. Just click on the X like that. So it's quite intuitive, the dashboard. If we go here to the top right, and we click here, what we have is my profile and settings. When I click on my profile, you see all the basic information here, and this is where you can upload your photo if you want, give another email address. Maybe we want to change the language. So here I have selected English, but there's other languages available. Setting the time as well, if you want 24-hour clock or not. We can also change the password as well. So that's what we've got in the top right hand corner. If we want to go to settings, I'll show you something else as well. If you go to settings, here we can see the number of users, and we can add more users as we go along. When we go to record settings, this is where we can customize the whole of the CRM. So you can effectively make it yours. So we give you the package, and then you can adjust it how you want in this setting here. When you go back to the dashboard, what you see on the left is the navigation menu. And this is where we are navigating ourselves around the whole of the CRM. And just by clicking on each button, we can expand on it like this. Okay. So if we were to go to the accounts and contacts, this is where we want to see, as a financial advisor, I'm interested in our clients and, the ties to other family members and maybe other connections as well. If I go to business and click on business deals, here we pull up all the deals. And this is what I see here is what we're working on, which products and with who. And also with calendar, like any other calendar, it schedules our meetings or calls, and generally managing communication with customers is done here. If we go down here to the analysis, this is where we get a visual overview of what's happening with our business as well. So let's go back, and I'm going to take you through the process of adding a client and how it looks like as we go through the CRM. Now, if we go to accounts, we see all these columns, and we can resize the columns and move them around any way we like. So if I want to resize it, I just do this like that, similarly to other tables that you may work with. So very simple like this. Now, if we can, so We can scroll down. This is all my contacts, and we've got it on several pages here as well. Okay, now maybe we want to add a column because we've only got these columns, but maybe there's some more. If we click on the plus here, we've got all these options right here. So if I, for example, want to know if I'm dealing with an individual person, I would just simply click here and I would save it. And what we have is we have another column right here showing that I'm dealing with an individual, not, for example, it could be a family or something like that. Okay. And also to delete it, it's very easy. We can just go back to adding column and uncheck it like that. And then we're back to the original. Um, Now we've got the other thing where maybe we want to do a search. We have the search function here, but also we have all these different filters here, which we've already set up for you. Now, if there's other people, if you're working with other people, maybe I want to click on the owner and find out who is working with which client. So here I've picked Jan, and here if I pick Michael, we can see all the clients that he is working with as well. If we can, maybe we want to create our own filters. Okay, maybe this isn't enough. So I'll show you how we can create a filter. If we go to advanced filters, and we've got all these options here. So for example, if I want to create a filter based, let's go to business deals and parameters. Maybe I'm interested in people who are interested in a financial product, for example, mortgages. So I click here, mortgage, and I apply and save. I type the word mortgage like this. And here we go. We've created a brand new filter called mortgage. So if I was to click on this, this would bring all the clients that are interested in mortgages. Okay, so we see the whole list here. And there's quite a few as we scroll down like this. Okay. And if we want to remove the maybe we want to remove the filter later on, quite simply, we would click on it and remove it like that. And there it is, deleted. Okay, so that's with working with filters on the CRM. Now let's, where I've shown you, you can create any one you can create any filter that you like. You can look at any information you like on this screen as well. Now, if we get a client, let's start using the CRM by adding a client. What we do here, we see this green plus right at the top here. And simply, if we just click on that, and we can create a new client right now. So I'm going to create a client right in front of you as we go along. Let's give this client a name. Let's call him John Bushwalk. Okay. We know we're dealing with an individual person, so we click on the individual. We know it's a potential customer. Let's give an address as well. Let's give him an address. Make one up like this. So it's Brighton. Like that. Okay, so we're given an address here. Country, we'll give United Kingdom. Like that. Okay, so we've now created an address for John Bushwalk. And what we've got now is when we finish that, we can type in a telephone number as well. Let's give him a telephone number, 0173. This is a random number, by the way, in case you're thinking about giving it a call. Okay. Right, there we've got the number, we've got the address, all filled in as you would with any new contact. Then we click here and save and open. And when you save and open, what happens is we've got all his details here. So you can see we've got the name, the address is automatically automatically been filled in, the telephone number as well. Um, what we might want is we've got things like the contact source. Maybe we want to know where we got it from. So if we click here, we can say, um, if we click here on contact source, we can say it's from an existing client website or referral. That can be edited depending on what you want. Okay, if we go to other information, we've got more details here. So if we wanted to, we could also fill this in as well. So for example, if we wanted to fill in their birthday, something like that. These other like turnover employees, these aren't important. It's not important for you guys, for financial advisors, so they can just be left out. What's interesting here is with the attachments. So on the attachments, you can upload some links if you'd like, or if you would like to upload any files, that's also possible. To select the file, click open, and it'll automatically be uploaded onto the CRM. That's here on the other information. With the custom fields, this is what you will be creating for yourself. So everything can be customized here according to your wants and needs. So for example, I could fill in here, I've created these fields myself: a nationality, tax number, passport number, valid until, all those things you can create yourself. Also, what I've created as well is the list of checkboxes. And here, maybe I think he might be interested in mortgages, investments, and life insurances. So I'll just tick it like that. Okay. The other thing after that, when we're looking at the client, is we'll look at the history. At the moment, when I click on history, it's not showing anything because nothing has happened with the client as yet. We haven't had a meeting, not really sure what they're interested as yet. But this will fill up as we go along, as we get more communication with the client. Let's go back to the basic information. And this is what I want to look at here is the relationship to other clients, because maybe there might be other family members. So we want to see the connection between other people within their network, for example. So this is quite easy. What we do is we just say, click on this button here saying relate to another client. Oh, before we do it, we need to save it. We can relate it to another client. So here we've got the new account that we've saved right in the middle. And maybe we can set it as we call it subsidiary company. But maybe John has a brother, and they both be working with me. I'll call him Andrew. We've got Andrew Bushwalk. So we click on it like this, and we click save. And straight away we see relation to other clients, and we can fill this in. We can fill this up with other people as well and see what the connection is or the relationship is with John. And similarly, if we click on Andrew here, we can see his details straight away like that. Okay, and we can see on Andrew that he's connected to John as well. So let me go back to John's account back here. Okay. And if we wanted to, maybe for whatever reason, if we wanted to remove the connection, we would just press the X here. And it says remove the connection, remove the relation, and it's gone back to the beginning. Okay. Got a question here, which is, can I import or export my contacts with RayNet? The answer is yes, you can. Importing is really easy. You go to the settings and you click import contacts. Similarly with exporting your contacts, you would export it. You can import it with Excel or export it to Excel as well. So that can be easily done, and you can contact support who will help you with that. So where are we at the moment is that we've got our new customer or new client, John Bushwalk. We've got him on our CRM. And the next thing we want to do is well, let's arrange a call with him. So remember what I was saying about the green plus. We just click on the green plus and we get our options here. So, okay, I want me arrange a call with John. So I just click on this. and immediately this window comes up. And I'm saying select a phone call. So let's select a date and time when we're going to call them. So let's say we'll call him tomorrow, and we'll call him at about 12 o'clock. Duration of the call is not going to be long, which will be an introduction, maybe 30 minutes might be enough. Like that, we're going to select a category, and we'll schedule the call like this. And that's what we have. And then once we do that, again, we save and open. Phone call, let's call it initial call. Or first call, like that, okay. Save and open. And there we go. Okay. And we get all the details now. Here we would make our notes about the call. And after the call, we can fill in any more details here. And again, add attachments right here as well. Okay. Now, when we go to the calendar, this is what we'll see. We'll see that our phone call is scheduled in the calendar at 12 o'clock tomorrow, exactly how we wrote. When we click on the event, we can say we can cancel it, we can reschedule it, we can edit it, anything like that. Or we can just click on the event and we can say move it to the next day. Maybe there's something's happened, so we can easily move it like that as well. Okay. Another question is, can my calendar be synchronized with Google Calendar? The answer is yes. There's a button in the settings where it says sync with Google Calendar, so that's also possible to do. It works like when you put information on the Raynet CRM, it will sync with your Google Calendar. But if you're putting some schedule or some dates or something in the Google Calendar, it won't sync back to the Raynet CRM. So it's one way. So whatever you put onto the Raynet CRM, you'll see in the Google Calendar. Okay, so let's go back to the account. Let's go back to John Bushwalk, because what we've done is we've created the account. We've scheduled a phone call when we're going to be meeting, and now let's say we've had the meeting and we're clearer on what he wants. So we want to do a deal. So again, going back to the plus, we click on it and we click on deal. So let's say we just click on that. So let's say when we have the call, what he says is he's interested in a mortgage. So let's write down mortgage like that. Okay, and the value of the mortgage, he says, we'll call it. We've got the price in euros. So we say 150,000, like that. So that's what we've got as the deal. We can change the currency, but I've set it in this CRM, I've set it as a default for euros. You can change that as well for whatever currency you would like. Once we've done that, probability of, so we can change the status. We can change the probability of getting the mortgage, which says 50-50 because we haven't applied anything. Product type, we'll say a mortgage like that. We're setting the product type like that because it makes it easier to search later on. Okay, so once we've done that, we save and open our trade type. And here we've got different stages. We've got the offer, we have application submitted, waiting for approval, signed, and waiting for commission. So what we know is we're right at the beginning, so we're preparing the offer. Okay, we'll see that later on when we're looking at the pipeline. So if we click on save and open, there we have the deals. This is where we can see it in more detail. So here we've got the subject. We know the account is with John Bushwalk. We know when it was opened, and we know it's a mortgage. Now here, perhaps you want to write in your estimated costs. So if you were to, you could write it here. So for example, you can either write something like 140,000 like that, and you can see that you get the estimated profit. So here it would automatically count it if you wanted to, and you can write the description. Now, similarly to the accounts, we can see that we can upload any files here or any links as well. So a very similar format to what you have in the accounts. Similarly as well, if we click on other information, we've got things like this. And if we click on custom fields, like with the section I showed you with the accounts, this is all customized. So I've created this, or you could create something similar or something different depending on what you want or what your needs are. So here we've created these tabs here, for example, mortgage check. If we've done all these things, mortgage background, have we done any of this? We've also set things up for insurance, insurance for your property, or motor insurance or investment. So here is customized for yourself. And then once I've filled all this in, then I would click save, like that, or save and close. So now I've created a deal. It's created the customer, arranged a phone call, found out what they wanted a mortgage. We know the mortgage is 150,000, so I've created the deal. Now maybe we need to have maybe another meeting. So let's go to the, we can go back to the accounts if we want. Let's go back, it's a bit easier. And we can create another event by going to calendar as well. And I'm going to be working on it. So give me maybe same time next week, and we can meet him later in the day, so about 5 o'clock or 5 o'clock. It'll be take about an hour like this. I can choose the location as well, or we can do it online. I'll schedule it like this. Show mortgage offers, like that. Save and open, same process as before, and we see it all here. We've got the due, we've got the date, time, what it's about, description, like this. And we can add any attachments. So if we wanted to, we could attach some screenshots or some PDF documents here of the mortgage offers. And I'll just save and close that. Okay. Now, remember when we created the account, I showed you, we're back here at the account. When I created the account, I showed you the information, the custom fields, and we clicked on history. And at that time, there was nothing there. Here you can see it's automatically been filled up. So when we created the account, that was the deal. We know it's a mortgage. We made a phone call. We found out the value of the mortgage. And then I'm going to have another meeting with him where I'll show John Bushwalk the different offers that they could have. So here you can see how the history automatically fills it in for you as you go along. Now, the next thing I'd like to show you is the business board. So if we go here, because I've shown you deals, so if we look at the business board here, what you will see is all the deals that you are working on. So it gives you a good visual representation of what's happening. And you've got these different tabs here. So you've got offer, you've got the application submitted, waiting for approval, signed, similar to what I showed you before when we were working in the deals. Now, filters work in the same way throughout the whole of the CRM. So if I wanted to, let's click on owner like I did before, and we can choose, let's pick Jan like this, and we can see all the deals that he's working on. Also with Michael, we can choose what deals he's working as well, like that. Okay. Now, what we've got is rather than having to go into deals and changing things, we can change it here using the same similar with how we're moving things around in the dashboard. So if we are wanting to move between stages of the pipeline, so for example, um, let's see if I have a look, Jan, or let's look at the one that we've just created here, where we've created John Bushwalk. We see him on the offer here. If we wanted to, we can say, okay, he, chose the mortgage, and we are going to submit the application. So really simply, we can just move it like that. Okay. And we can move it back as well. If we look here at active, so this is with the business board, and these are the deals. That's what you'll be looking at with the financial CRM. When we look at activities here, we can see all the list of activities that we have. So maybe I want to look at all the meetings. So when I click on meetings, these are the list of all the meetings that I've got, or also calls, or emails, things like that can all be seen here. Any documents that you've uploaded, you'll see there as well. Another question we have is, can I connect my emails to Raynet? The answer is yes, you can. Um, how it works is there's an email assistant. So with any email, you would copy the email assistant into you type in the address of the email assistant, and all the emails would be copied into the CRM. This avoids any emails which aren't relevant, because quite often when you're looking at an email chain, some of the answers would be, okay, great, have a nice day. And you don't want to have all those type of emails blocking the filling up the CRM. Maybe there's some repeats as well. So important emails you'd copy in the email assistant, and you'd see it and under the accounts. Another tool which is useful to know what's happening with the CRM is if we go to the analysis. Here, this is what we showed you right at the beginning. These are all the reporting tools for your business, and you can see graphs and charts, and it's quite easy to read and see visually. So you've also got a map analysis where your customers are. Now, if we go to the business pipeline, for example, it's probably the most common. We just click on that. And then we see this chart like this. How many offers, applications submitted, waiting for approval, signed, waiting for commission. Now we've created these, but you can also change this depending how many stages you want to have. Okay. And if you want to create a filter, you can create a filter. That's here you can also see, remember, if I take you to the dashboard, you could also see it on your dashboard as well. Okay. That's a quick, we can close all the filters here. So that's really a quick overview of the CRM for financial advisors. If you wanted to know more, which I believe you will, we could set up a one-to-one consultation. We can go through it together in more detail and see how we can make it work for yourselves and customize it for you as well. Lastly, there's one more thing. This is for the CRM. We've also got a mobile version, which is pretty good. So you're not having to sit down on your computer or be in front of your laptop all the time. So with the mobile version, it's really, you go to the App Store or Google Play and just download it like any other app, and immediately it's on your phone. And with that app on your mobile, you can manage your call schedules, your appointments, and meet deadlines. So you have the same functionality as you do with the CRM on the computer that I've just shown you now. So everything you enter in on that Raynet CRM is available on the mobile app as well. And again, you can upload any images or voice notes or anything like that. I'd like to thank you for your time. There are a few ways to navigate your way around the CRM. So what I've shown you is just shortcuts to show you what's available, and it can be customized. The best way we could do is if we arrange a one-to-one, and I can guide you in more detail with what you would like to do with the CRM. When you register for your trial, you'll get an email with contact details. So if you would like to arrange a follow-up call, please feel free to do so. You can also get started. You can also check the get started videos here and the support documents, which will help you get used to using the CRM as well. You can also reach out to customer service or excellent customer service, and they'll be happy to answer any of your questions. You can use this chat here as well if you wanted to. As you can click on the chat bot at the bottom of your screen. So get in touch if you'd like to know any more information. I hope to see you soon.